Next topic to talk about, lads, is sine, cos and tan. And just to be aware that they are actually 3 buttons on your calculator: sine, cos and tan. So you need your calculators for these type of questions. Okay, so first thing they could do is just give you a nice right angle triangle. Okay, and they might say find sine 49. And this is a lovely question. And they might say correct to 2 decimal places. So you just go to your calculator, you go sine 49, close your bracket, equals, and there we go. Correct to 2 decimal places, so it equals 0.75. And that's that. So what else could they ask? Okay. They could give us another right angle triangle and say we have an angle 61 in here. And they give us a measurement of 8 and 5. Okay. And we're looking for this angle here. We'll say X. Okay. First thing we always do is labels. So 8 is our hypotenuse, H. And then 5 is adjacent. And X is opposite. Now, do you remember with working with sine, cos and tan, we had a thing to remember sine, cos and tan? So, ka, toa. Always write that down on your page if you get a question about sine, cos or tan. It might help you and you might get marks. So that is telling you that sine of whatever angle we're working with, okay, I'll leave it blank for now, but we'll be talking about 61, equals opposite over hypotenuse. Cos of whatever angle we're working with equals adjacent over hypotenuse. And tan of whatever angle we're working with equals opposite over adjacent. So they are so important. So you could be asked, what is sine 61 as a fraction in this triangle? So sine is opposite over hypotenuse, so sine is O over H, which is X over 8. Or they could ask, what is cos 61 as a fraction? Cos is adjacent over hypotenuse, so it is 5 over 8. And then they could also ask, what is tan 61 as a fraction using this triangle? So tan is opposite over adjacent, X over 5. Okay. Now, one other thing they could ask is you to find X. Now, in this situation, you could use your theorem of Pythagoras, no problem. Fill in your H squared, fill in your 5 squared, and so on. But I'm going to show you how to do it if we did not have this guy here. Okay, we only knew one side. So I'm going to draw it over on the other side again. I'm drawing it backwards, but anyway, you get my drift. So we have our 8 we have our 61. And we're looking for x. Okay, so in this scenario, they've left out this, so we cannot use the theorem of Pythagoras. So I'll just label this again. What is 8? 8 is opposite the right angle, so 8 is h. And x is opposite the angle given, so it is our opposite. Okay, so opposite and hypotenuse works with sine. So I'm just going to write my sine fraction again. Sine 61 equals x over 8. Now, how do we find x, our other side, using this information? Well, let's go back to our calculators like we did in the first part of the question. Sine 61 equals, so we'll get it to 4 decimal places just to be really accurate. 0.8746 equals x over 8. And we want that x on its own, so I'm going to bring that 8 over, and it's been divided here, so it must be multiplied on the other side. So we have 8 times 0.8746 equals x on its own over there. So 0.8746 multiplied by 8 equals 6.9968. Now let's say they want x to the nearest whole number. So the nearest whole number there is 7. Okay? So feel free to watch that video again, pause it anytime you need to take down any notes, and hopefully that helps with sine, cos and tan.